And welcome to episode 24 of Two Idiots Reading Comics. Hey man, if you're looking for a community to talk about comic books or come read some comic books, this is the show for you. Go follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Two Idiots RC. Go subscribe to our YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast right now, go to YouTube, Two Idiots Reading Comics. Hit subscribe. If you're watching the video right now, go wherever you get your podcast, hit follow and download all our shit because that really helps us out. No, really, any other announcements? I guess happy holidays to everybody. They're coming up. And let's get into the show. And welcome to episode 24
Woo!
of Two Idiots Reading Comics, and the finale of the Court of Owls storyline for Batman, Volume 2,
Yeah.
the New 52 run. I think we're kind of playing chicken right now of who has to read these credits because there's a lot of fucking
God.
people.
I guess we
guess
just start and just.
Since I have the paper copy, I'll go ahead and...
Well, I get a couple of them out of the way. We got our writer, Scott Snyder. We got our co-writer, James Tynion the Fourth. We've got got a lot of artists.
I'll go ahead and knock those out.
Yeah.
Greg Capullo, Jonathan Glapian,
Yeah.
Raphael Albuquerque, Jason Fabuk,
Fabic.
yeah, Becky Clunan, Andy Clark, Sandu Florea, on art, and I guess colors. You got FCO.
Placencia?
Placencia, Plascencia. Dave McCaig, Peter Steigerwald,
Sure.
Nathan Fabian. Those were the colors. Letters, Richard Starkings. Comic Crafts, Jimmy Betancourt.
Yeah.
Sal Saparino, Dizzy Ciente.
Yeah.
Patrick Brousseau on letters, and then cover artists, Greg Capullo and FCO plus Placina CA, whatever. And then of course Batman, created by Bob Kane with
Whoop, whoop.
Bill Finger. Whew. Okay.
Yeah, we
I
just
just blew
came
the
off.
shit out of
Just came
everybody's
off
ears.
of one.
That,
One comic
I need
with
to
a
wake
lot.
up after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Court of Owls.
Well, before we get started, we said we'd address this from the last issue. Davis was wrong. Me.
Yes, the
It is not.
lovely. Shoot, I had their names. Hold on. The lovely Elizabeth Hurley from Austin Powers,
Yep.
who plays Vanessa, is not the same woman as Krista Miller, who plays Dr. Cox's wife in Scrubs.
I'll take my licks. I'll take it.
Don't test me on my Scrubs or my Austin Powers.
Hey! You know this is out of context. You listen to the Scrubs podcast?
I do not. Where do you even stream Scrubs right now?
Spotify. Oh, Scrubs the show?
Yeah.
Hulu.
Hulu? Okay.
That's where I was watching it before I stopped.
They
paying
do
for
every
Hulu.
episode?
They killed 2 episodes because of blackface, and the music is different than the original because of streaming rights and crap. Yes.
There was blackface in Scrubs.
Not Johnny. You've got Turk, then you've got his best friend
JD.
JD. He goes blackface one time, and the blonde chick goes blackface one time. Two separate episodes both times. Poking fun at JD.
I do think.
Poking fun at JD, and both episodes have been pulled and removed.
Huh.
The Scrubs podcast addressed it when everything started coming down.
That's recent too.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyone out there, don't do blackface.
Go
It's
listen
very
to oh man, I can't remember. Fake Doctors, Real Friends. It's the actors that play JD and Turk. They go episode by episode.
Zach Braff.
Yeah, and
Can't remember.
I can't even remember their names. He was in
Petey from Remember the Titans.
Titans.
Has a
They go
fumbling
episode by
problem.
episode, and they address with the creator and writer.
Oh, cool.
The issues that happen with that.
Might do that over Christmas break.
Yeah. So I think they're in like season 3 of recapping every episode.
Nice.
So I don't know how long they're going to keep going, but we digress. So
Court of Owls.
yeah, Court of Owls. We left off where the
Batman got
head
back
of the
to-
court
Yeah.
is releasing all of the
all
revived talents
Yeah.
to now, as we find out in this issue, 1, take out Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Batman.
Yeah.
And 2, kill at least 40 heads of Gotham City
Yes.
that run the city, keep the city turning.
I
and,
think we need to address. I have a very serious bone to pick with DC. Why in the hell, in the printed copy,
Oh, yeah. We had to
volume
address
2
this.
of the
We addressed this.
Batman series, the Mr. Freeze portion of the Court of Owls storyline was not included in the correct order. It was the very last issue of this book that, if you're on YouTube, I'm holding up volume 2 of Batman
Hard copy.
and paper copy.
Paper copy, whatever you want.
Very nice paper though.
Yeah.
And that's after the part with the blue hair girl that's setting up Batman Eternal, which is a great series, but the volumes are too big to be on this show. Maybe if we ever get a Patreon, we'll do a show about the really big books.
I mean, we're talking like 70-something issues, wasn't it?
I think it was like
60s?
It was definitely 50 plus.
Wow.
In the span of 3 volumes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But the Mr. Freeze issue came out after that. And my thing, you get on Comixology, because I was like, yeah, I didn't even really read a whole lot of the Mr. Freezes. I remember reading it, and it was just out of place, and it definitely doesn't lead into Volume 3, which was the Joker
Right.
Death of the Family storyline. And you're like, what do you mean he's talking about the Court of Owls in
So,
that whole issue?
In Comixology, the Mr.
Apparently,
Freeze issue
that was
comes
like-
in third.
Of
In
this
what-
book. It was
of-
issue 3 of this volume.
Right. And in that, Mr. Freeze has a little backstory of he was a doctor. Bruce comes back from his vacation, air quotes,
Yeah.
his training, shuts down Mr. Freeze's laboratory. I can't remember what his real name is.
Victor Freeze.
Victor Freeze
Yep.
shuts down his laboratory and tells him that he can no longer work on his procedures. He freaks out, throws a chair at Bruce. The chair misses Bruce, hits the tank of chemicals.
Yeah.
Chemicals explode back on Freeze. He becomes Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he now has to have his cryo suit and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Well, his whole purpose is to resurrect his wife, air
Mhm.
quotes. Then at the end of that span of an issue,
Yeah.
say that she is not his wife. That she was put into cryogenics in 1943-ish. I don't exactly remember the exact date.
Yeah. I don't need the whole
Either
thing.
way.
Yeah.
And she is not really his true wife. That he is fixated on her because she was the first human he worked on, and he became fixated and called her his wife. So now he has this messed up in his head. Blames Bruce for taking her. Blames Bruce for firing him, and in doing so, he's creating a serum to revive her.
Yeah.
That the Court of Owls
It's
then
paying for.
tricks him
Yeah.
into giving them so they can then revive the talents. So they don't have to create new talents. So that was a big freaking
Yeah.
deal.
See, in mine, they just explain it as, like, in volume 1, they're like, yeah, that serum we have is a lifesaver. Now we don't have to get a new talent every time.
Yeah. Then they explain it in the Freeze series. That
I'm
issue is a big deal.
I went
Okay,
from-
3/4 of that issue is pretty much bullshit fluffer for Mr. Freeze. But there's another quarter.
See, I just went from being mad at DC for putting that out of order in the hard copy to being mad at Scott Snyder for completely undoing the amazing origin of Mr. Freeze that the Batman animated series did.
Oh yeah, he tore that down like crazy.
What the fuck, Scott?
Yeah, he tore down
I was
Mr.
such a big
Freeze.
fan of this run.
Now, also in this, in your iconic Mr. Freeze, he's in a full body suit.
Yeah.
This Mr. Freeze only needs a helmet and some stuff on his chest.
Yeah.
And this dude's fucking ripped. Like cut like a bodybuilder.
And I think recently they've gotten him out of the suit, have they not?
He has cured himself and also is supposed to have cured Nora, his AKA wife.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff he did. And I believe that this set that up.
Huh.
This did set it up, and it has to, because he created the serum to
Yeah.
revive the Tylons,
Talons.
which then would revive Nora.
Yeah. Weird.
But because they put it in the back of the
I
paper
just thought it was
copy,
filler.
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention to it.
No. But yeah. Other than that, this was an awesome story.
Fucking loved it.
I can't remember if I said this last episode or not, but when Ben Affleck came out as he was going to be the next Batman,
Yeah.
and they're like, we wanted an older, more established Batman.
This
This
would have
is the
been-
perfect one because it's all about Bruce
God.
overcompensating or being too confident that this was his city and he knows it better than anyone else. And would have been perfect for like an established Batman.
I think this would have been beautiful
Mhm.
for him, and
Oh, yeah.
not the crap
yeah.
that DC pulled with Batman v Superman and then Justice League, not Scott Snyder's Justice League.
We are close to that coming out though. And
God, 2021, please hurry up, get us out of this fuck up a year.
so it's no longer just a movie. It's going to be like four
It's
1 hour
four
parts.
1 hour plus parts.
Parts. And
So you're looking at minus credits, minus all. You're looking at a 3 hour and 45-minute movie.
because of Scott Snyder swearing he will not use any of Josh Whedon's footage.
Yeah.
They said they were only going to give him like a certain amount of money,
Oh, they blew that
which
shit.
was already
They
like,
blew that shit.
which was already like
$30 million.
like a bunch of movies were like, we would love to have that budget,
Yeah.
and then because he's not using anything that Whedon shot, he's overshot that budget already, and now it's like 75 million.
Yeah, because he's had to bring back Gal Gadot and
Gal
Ben
Gadot.
Affleck, Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck to shoot more scenes, and he also threw a middle finger to HBO and Warner Brothers and said, "Y'all ain't touching this."
Good.
They said what he told them, whatever the hell I produce,
Yeah.
you put it on TV. You don't like it, I'll take it somewhere
Good.
else.
Fucking
Like he's not letting them change nothing.
because Warner Brothers ruined his
Nothing.
original cut of Batman v Superman. Not that it was a perfect
he had
movie.
80-something% of it done.
Yeah.
He leaves because of personal whatever issues, and they're like, "Oh, you left? Fuck your idea."
We didn't like any of it.
Oh, we
But-
don't like your idea.
No. But I'm talking about just on Batman v Superman. The extended like director's cut made way more sense.
It makes
than-
sense.
They chopped that first, like the theatrical cut to hell.
Oh yeah, it was absolute garbage.
There was only about like 15 extra minutes on the director's cut.
Well, it's not just that, but they put
But they-
scenes in the right order.
They kept scenes together and it made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here for. We get very mad about that because
Man,
we waited for that movie
DC,
for so long.
we
And I remember coming out of the theaters. I think we were in Prattville.
went to Prattville
We were in Prattville, Alabama,
behind the Best Buy in Prattville.
at the movie theater, and we were.
I was pissed.
I
I
was.
was.
I was pissed for about 2 hours. I was like,
I-
what the
it
fuck
was.
did
It was
I just
hard.
watch?
I honestly felt like I wasted my money to go and watch that movie.
Because everybody loves Marvel, but there's something about the Justice League you
Seriously!
just can't touch.
And you had Ben Affleck and the guy playing Superman,
Henry
Gal
Cavill,
Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
I mean,
I mean, shit.
damn it!
I'm still not sold on Ezra Miller as a Flash, but I'll give him a chance.
I don't. I
Have you heard what they're doing for this new Flashpoint movie?
yeah, it's gonna be Flashpoint.
Yeah, but they're bringing back
Like
everybody.
like
Like
everybody.
the only Batman as of right now that aren't confirmed
Is
is like
George
Ben
Clooney's.
Affleck and
Yeah, and Clooney. No, they confirmed Affleck's.
Batfleck's in it.
Yeah, they haven't confirmed Clooney's.
I think there's rumors about Bale coming too.
I think it's Bell's and Clooney's. They have not confirmed.
Yeah. And then they've got like all the original Wonder Woman from the TV
Yep,
show back in the day is coming.
Yep.
I don't know if they can get Green. I don't want him to show up, but if Ryan Reynolds showed up as Green Lantern, and then like
That's got to be like the cut scene where you've got Deadpool just kind of walks, like
I would
like
have
the
Green
greatest
Lantern-
scene would be for them to show like what they did in the Deadpool movie is him show up and literally Deadpool just walks in the screen, shoots him in the head again, walks out, and that's it. And everybody just goes, "Okay, that's fine. Let's move on."
You're not gonna get.
I know they won't do it, but damn it,
The
I would do.
closest thing you will
I
get-
would love to see that done twice, completely different movies. I would see it again. Like I would do that just
I think
to fucking do it.
the closest thing you would be able to get was like maybe like a Deadpool poster in the back. But if it was me, I'd have like Green Lantern give an excuse of why he can't do it, and then like as he's walking off, a Deadpool mask fall out of his back pocket.
Something like
Yeah.
like you have to if you bring Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern into it, you have to.
Yeah. But let's get back to the comic book. We've been doing that a lot lately. But
Yeah.
what do you like? We're save the twist for the end. What do you think about just the Gotham elite secretly as a villain? What do you think about the Court of Owls?
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And I've listened to Variant and some other podcasts talk about this.
Mm.
It was an amazing way for Scott Snyder to introduce his own twist to
Yeah.
Gotham. He put his thumbprint
Yeah.
on Batman
It's
and
like-
Gotham.
Not only am I gonna bust doors down with an awesome new storyline,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
oh, yeah.
completely different villain.
Yeah.
Like completely
He,
different.
he created a new villain that now you can bring story after story
Yeah, 'cause
after
they're not
story
gone.
off of it.
They
Well, you can even go in the past like they
Yeah.
do in this with Penny with Alfred's father.
yeah.
They've been around for that long. You
Yeah.
can just do anything with them.
But even those people that obviously the guy who claims to be Bruce Wayne's brother,
Yeah, spoiler. Dale.
he convinced them to commit suicide, but that's not all of the Court of Owls.
Yeah. When
There's
I
more.
first saw that, again, I'm not good with the detective stories if I'm
Yeah.
not told, okay, this is the like what we did in Fables.
The parlor
Like
room.
yeah,
moment.
like
Yeah.
I'm not good at keeping up with that, like Batman being a detective, but
Mhm.
he's like figuring it out as it's going on.
Yeah.
And he walks into the house that he broke into as a child
He got trapped in.
and got trapped in it and finds 20 people
Yeah.
with Court of Owls masks on dead.
Yeah. With
And I'm
wine
like,
glasses spilled
come
and
on,
all
no. I was like, no. They like when I saw it,
that. Mhm.
I was like, they didn't do it. Like
Yeah.
they're not cowards. They've been around this long. They know how to
Yeah.
fight adversity. Batman beating some of their talons isn't going to make them all commit
No.
suicide. But Lincoln Marsh,
Yeah.
tricking them
Thomas
into
Wayne Jr.
death, then yes, that made perfect sense.
Now, what did you think about the plot twist at the end?
Which one? The fact that Lincoln Marsh claims
Claiming-
to be,
Claiming,
or
and then
the Talon going after Alfred's father. That to me,
see, I thought that was kind of just like a throwaway at the end
see,
because
I
think
liked
it
it.
was. He's obviously writing in the letter that yeah, there was an accident and there was a son, but no one's confirming that it was Lincoln Marsh.
Well, that too. Well, I'll get to that in a second. I liked the Jarvis Pennyworth
Mm-hmm.
because it does show the Court of Owls was trying to manipulate
The Waynes.
the Waynes,
Yes.
Bruce's parents, not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Wayne's, but that they did not kill his parents.
Yeah.
That they were wanting influence of them, but I think they wanted influence for them to join them.
Oh, for sure.
They did not want Bruce and Martha to die,
Yeah.
period, because they needed their money to fund more stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm more talking about the conversation Bruce had with Dick at the end, where he's like, "Yeah, there were records of a car crash
Okay,
at the end, or like at one point when I was a small child, and there was a sick kid that apparently my mom visited often at that facility.
Right.
And so basically he's like,
And
I don't
pin,
think it is.
the heart pin
Yeah.
that was only supposed to be given to parents.
But she was also one of the biggest donors.
Right.
But Bruce saying, I still don't think it was, but there is a chance that what he is saying is true.
So,
And I completely forgot, like when I was reading Volume 1, I completely forgot that the Lincoln Marsh was, I knew it was a bad guy who was claiming to be his brother all the
Right.
time, but because this is my second time reading
Yeah.
it. But I forgot it was the mayor, the guy trying to run for mayor in
yeah,
Volume 1. And I was like, man, they look a lot alike.
And I noticed that. I like the idea. I like that Snyder brought in another new twist.
Mhm.
I think it's a tease. I personally don't think it's real.
Mhm.
I think that when Bruce plays devil's advocate,
Yeah.
he says there are records. My mom had a wreck. The baby was miscarried. He died in the hospital. And there's records of this boy that fits all the criteria of Lincoln Marsh.
Yeah. And apparently my mom visited that establishment often.
Right. I think he plays devil's advocate to both
Yeah.
sides, so you can see.
Mm.
I do believe that he died.
Yeah.
That Bruce's true brother died in the car crash, and that Lincoln was created by the Court of Owls to screw with Bruce Wayne. I don't think he was. I don't think he's Thomas Wayne Jr. Personally.
I like it to remain a mystery.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the point of it. That's what Snyder did. He literally writes it going, "It's your choice."
Now, how big of a fan were you of plot twists in these stories?
Damn awesome.
You like them?
Yes.
Boy, do I have a series for you called Batman Eternal.
Good Lord.
I swear to God.
Twist after twist after twist.
Someone dared Scott Snyder to write I think it was like 73 issues or somewhere, it was 50 plus for sure, issue of a Batman limited series and include every single villain, but the main guy has to be, main guy can't be someone obvious.
Shit.
And I'm talking about twist after twist. And you'll be like, it's 3 volumes, this entire Batman Eternal series. You'll be like halfway through volume 2 before you even like
have an idea.
Like, okay, I think I know what's going on.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude.
And again, that's if we're nowhere near close starting a Patreon, but that's series,
very in-depth.
That's series number 1 is big books.
Yeah.
That are too big to do on a weekly basis. So.
I did have some. Again, do we have you have anything else about the story?
No. I mean, it's just good. I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just
this is Scott Snyder
going again.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to sit down. I think at some future point we're gonna have to go back and look at these and give our top 10s. Like, because my top 5 keeps moving.
Oh.
Because again, I haven't read that many comics.
Like
top 5 best volumes that we've read so far. Out of what we've read to put out on a podcast, to go back and go, this is my top 5.
Okay.
Top 10, top 20, worst comic, best comic.
Let me ask you this: we're coming up on the end of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to make a video? Top 10 books we've read so far, either our top 10 current comic book story arcs that we've read,
Yeah.
the top ones, or the top ones that we've read on the show, or do you want to wait until we hit episode 52? We've done it for a full year, and then we do it.
52.
Okay.
Because I think if we do it in New Year, we're only going to be at like 25.
Yes.
And I think 25.
But we could also include
25 is nice. Now we could do it at every 25, and then the new 25 we move.
I think it's got to be a once a year thing.
Okay, then once a year, then 52. Every 52. New 52.
Oh boy.
I agree. Let's
So
do that.
every
52.
God, what's that put us in?
That'll be
June?
August.
I think we-
June or
June
August
was-
of next year.
I think June was episode 1.
Yeah. So let's stay tuned.
Yeah. Hopefully y'all are all still here.
Um,
But next week is episode 25.
yeah.
Did we number that right?
Yeah. 23 was Shazam. 24, 25 is The Boys. The Boys.
Yes.
The Boys.
Holy cow.
I
At the time of recording, you have not finished
have
watching
not
The
finished
Boys.
season 2.
I
Correct.
have, and holy cow.
I'm on like episode 2, I think, of this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. How I sorry, go back one more time.
Okay.
How did you like the artwork throughout these 2 volumes?
Greg Capullo's artwork is my favorite, or definitely my favorite Batman. As we did in the credits, there was a lot of people that worked on this.
Right. Whoever the hell, to me, he gave the art design to when Alfred calls the family,
Uh-huh.
to me, needs to be fired.
Oh, you didn't like
I
that?
did not like the way
The
that the
throwback art?
family was drawn.
Oh.
Deathstroke, not Deathstroke, Red Hood looked like he had
Oh.
a punched in face.
I know what panel
The
you're
kid,
talking about.
I didn't like it. They looked characterish. They looked childish early. It's early.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But yeah, you can see that's a completely different art style.
Which I like that. I like when it's
You like the
Batman
early
and
page?
Alfred and the Talons.
Yes, that page.
That I cannot stand. I don't like it.
Yeah, that whoever drew.
Whoever drew that. Hey,
The
turn
rest of them
around,
are fine.
show the people. I
I
mean,
mean, I don't know if they can see. I mean, they'll be able to look in their comic if they read along. But yes, the rest of it's fine. But Red Hood's face is atrocious. I'm not gonna lie.
Red Hood and Red Robin and Robin's, to me, awful. I'm whoever did that.
That is not Greg Capullo.
I think
That
I
would
know
not-
that's not Greg.
yeah.
Right, I know that's not Greg
Um,
Capullo.
Sorry to whoever it was, but that was not great. But we really are on time.
Yeah.
So, guess
Hate
we'll
to end it on a bad note, but I need to get that off my chest because that was a pretty
Instagram,
hard critique.
Twitter, 2DSRC. If you want to yell at Davis
Come
for
on,
criticizing
follow us, man.
artists,
Follow us.
you can do it in the comments.
Woo. I can take
YouTube,
it. Thick skin.
podcast, all that. But
Yeah.
we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.